me wanna holler, go away. I need more peace and hope and love. Where do I find it in this crazy old world? I need strategies, strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio. Every time I listen, Lauren and David share strategies for living, and it makes me aware. I've got strategies for living, strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio.
Oh, we need them. Yeah, we do. We need those strategies, don't we? Those strategies for living. So are you ready? You ready for your daily dose of radio rehab?
I am tuned in and ready to go.
I knew you would. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. Yeah. Hey, folks, welcome. Welcome into another edition of Strategies for Living. I'm Dr. David McMillian. She is psychotherapist, LPC Lauren Leon McMillian. Don't you just love it, Lauren, when we get to introduce new things, we get to bring, we get to bring very new things to the, to people's attention.
Especially when those new things are in conjunction with Dr. Stacie Slabaugh.
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. You did. Hey, Stacie.
Hey.
That's the thing. I'm talking about you like you're not here. That's the thing. Stacie has brought to this area so many innovative modalities.
Yes.
Biofield tuning and
the Chi Life Center.
We could go on and on.
Lounge.
And now something brand new that we're going to talk about today.
Yet again, yes.
Hypnotic tuning.
Yes.
So, you're taking kind of the best of both and putting it together. And I think this is going to be phenomenal because
powerful.
You get somebody into a relaxed state, and we'll talk a little bit about what hypnosis does, what it is and what it isn't, because there's a lot of misnomers out there.
Oh, yeah, there is.
But I think what you are going to be offering here with hypnotic tuning is going to be phenomenal. And I can't wait to talk about it.
I know.
All right. Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from Restore Healing is our life strategist today. Folks, thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Strategies for Living. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate all of our sponsors who make it possible. Of course, Restore Healing, the Robinson Film Center, Azalea Cleaners, Pintail Roofing. Did I say Restore Healing? Yeah, I did. Well, let me say it again. Restore Healing. Fertitas Delicatessen, home of the Muffy, SRT Sales Training, Uprising Addiction Center, and Mira Direct Primary Care. Stay tuned. Did you get that?
Got it.
We'll be talking about hypnotic tuning today here on Strategies for Living. Come back with us.
Tune in daily, find the light. Healthy mind and spirits bright. Strategies for living strong. Feel the vibe, it won't go wrong. The body moves and soul align. Catch the rhythm, feel the time. Radio rehab every day. Chase those clouds of gray away. Your daily dose of radio rehab. Lift you up when skies seem trapped. Mind and body, spirits free. Living life in harmony.
And welcome into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillian, David McMillian. Let me formally introduce our life strategist today, double doctor Stacie Slabaugh.
That's right.
One wasn't good enough,
One wasn't
right?
good enough.
I love it. I just love it. But that's that says everything you need to know about Dr. Stacie Slabaugh, who brought to our community this wonderful healing center called the Balance Life Wellness. And, as she added more and more, she realized
that's the double doctor, right?
That's
She's
the double
always
doctor.
learning,
Yeah.
always
Yes.
growing, always
Yeah.
expanding.
And so now it is Restore Healing.
Restore healing, yeah.
And I think that is fantastic. Of course, it's still at 115 Kings Highway,
right next
where
door to Strawn's.
there, right across from Centenary. And what an inviting place. As we talk about this, I'm going to, invite people to go to restorehealing.co.
Yes.
And I'll give that again, but you can do a lot of things at restorehealing.co, including booking an introductory session.
Yes, booking a consultation.
And so anyway, when you told me, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, that you were going to do hypnotic tuning.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you saw it, but I perked up because I know how powerful hypnosis is.
Yes, you do.
And and I also know firsthand how powerful biofield tuning is. I probably don't quote unquote need it anymore, but I don't think I'll ever stop because it has done so much for me. The biofield tuning has. So at least once a month, I'm there doing a tuning session. Lauren and I have to argue over the way
Who gets to go
Who gets to go?
who gets to
Yeah.
do the tuning
The
today.
tuning for the month, yeah.
But then now you've got this other modality,
Right.
with the sound and the vibration and the
sound
scalar
lounge.
energy.
The quantum sound lounge.
Yeah. And so now it's not that we don't argue as much
Not as
because
much.
Yeah.
because I love
I love
that.
them both.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, that how many innovations that you've brought to the area. So thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you for what you're doing. Now let's talk about what hypnotic tuning is. First of all, I think we need to put on the table hypnosis. When you say the word hypnosis, it calls to mind a lot of things and a lot of people.
Still
Now,
has some negative connotations.
yeah, if you've had a hypnosis session, it can call to mind something very positive.
Oh, yes.
But if you've never had a hypnosis session, and there's a lot of people listening right now that haven't, you probably conjure up the movie or TV version.
Yes.
But the
Of
deal is we
hypnosis.
enter the hypnotic state all the time.
It's a very natural
at least twice a day,
well,
if not
we
more.
Absolutely.
live the first 7 years of our life in the
Amen.
hypnotic state.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yep.
We literally live our entire first 7 years in that theta brainwave.
Right.
And that's what, the
Predominant.
brainwave is the key, isn't it? It's,
Yes.
it's getting, the hypnosis is inviting. Nothing is forced, ever.
All
in
hypnosis is self-hypnosis.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're invited
Right.
to go into a brainwave that literally opens you
Well,
to
and
health.
it's actually the brainwave of the Earth, the Earth's frequency. So the Earth's frequency sits right at the alpha theta cusp at 7.83.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're in a
true.
an upper theta, a high
Yep.
theta.
Yep.
And so it's where we, and so even if you just take in all the grounding, so going outside and grounding yourself and calming down in the earth is because it's putting you into that state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 In resonance,
In
with,
resonance
with
with-
the frequency of the earth herself,
Right.
with nature,
So it
which
is
is
a-
what our natural state is,
It
right?
is a healing state to be in.
It's funny. This has been many, many, many years ago. But I was driving to Dallas to learn clinical hypnosis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I guess the universe was showing me, as the universe will do.
Will do.
Yeah, but I all of a sudden, I was at the edge of Shreveport, and then the next thing I know, I'm in Longview.
Right.
And I said, wait a minute.
How did I get here?
Where did Marshall go?
Yeah.
Where did Wascom go?
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
And then you went to your class and learned.
And-
oh.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in that state of being.
Exactly. And that state, it opens us to take in so much otherwise that when we're in a beta state, we block.
We block.
We
right,
block. Yeah.
Right. When we're in upper alpha and beta states, that's when of course, our ego is always there, but, the ego is pretty strong in those beta states. The conscious mind is really strong. That's when you're thinking really hard and,
Yep.
and it leaves no room. And, you block all of that stuff that the subconscious knows and knows how to do
Right.
and knows how to access. And so bringing us back down to that earth's frequency, to that natural state of being, to that healing state, we're in a state of allowance and allowing to access things that we, otherwise don't do.
One that we likely already know.
That we already know.
On some
Exactly.
level,
On
yeah.
some level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Now-
opening that up.
You're showing your innovation here because this is something brand new. This is something that you've done your due diligence and research, and to your knowledge, there's nobody else out there doing
Right.
this. So how did you come up with the idea of hypnotic
Marrying, yeah.
tuning? Did you-
Well, really based off my clients. I had a lot of clients that would ask me, how do I access this state? So they come, come for a biofield tuning session and you feel so good.
Yes.
You're kind of in that state. And I'm
Yep.
not, trying to hypnotize you during that, but you are in
You enter the
one of
theta.
these states.
Yeah.
You enter that theta or that theta alpha state. And so you're in that state. And so you feel really good during the session. You feel even better. Oftentimes after you leave the session,
Yes.
you go
It
home
keeps on building
and have
going.
the
Yeah.
best night's sleep of your life.
Yeah.
You might sleep better for, that night and maybe the next
And
night.
maybe nights ongoing.
Right. And then life starts happening though.
Yeah.
And so then you get, your body leaves that state. You get back into work, rush, stress.
Life.
And life happens. And so many of my clients realize I can't come to you every day, Stacie.
Right.
Once a week is about all I can do. So how do I continue to access this state and continue our work and continue the things that we talk about? And,
Right.
how do I continue to access this healing state and expand upon our work when I'm not here?
Right. Right.
And so it just got me thinking. And, one thing that I realized is that healing doesn't just happen in one session or one
Right.
session every, I tell my clients
It's
all the
cumulative.
time,
It's
it's
layers.
cumulative, it's in layers,
Yeah.
Yep.
and there is no magic easy button. So,
And it's synergistic. Yeah.
I don't want anyone to just come in and expect that they get one session or 4 sessions and boom, that's it. That was the magic button. And
Right.
now you're healed and it's done.
No.
It does have to do with what you do
Right.
in your own time.
Right.
And if you keep going back and accessing that state, if you keep going back and getting in a state that allows your body to heal and allows maybe some confidence, allows thoughts to come to mind that you've been blocking, allows epiphanies and realizations.
Right.
And so I don't want that to happen just when you're in session with me.
Right.
And so I just kind of got to thinking about it. How can I help my clients continue to do this work? And I am in the process of learning clinical hypnosis and learning to do better. And so I just put 2 and 2 together. And I
Yeah.
started kind of practicing it a little bit in session, in person.
Yeah.
But that's not really what my end goal was.
Yeah.
Because biofield tuning is good on its own. My end goal was to give something that people could do at home,
In between. Yep.
in the privacy of their home or wherever they want to be, sitting
Right.
down or comfortable or laying in their bed as they go to sleep at night. And so I don't know.
Will this
It
be
just came to me.
helpful to me if I have never had a biofield tuning session?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it absolutely will. So one thing, Eileen McCusick is the founder of Biofield Tuning,
Yeah.
and she has recorded sessions on her website that are actual biofield tuning sessions. She may tune a group and she records that
Right.
and she puts it out. But in her work, she has absolutely proven it is scientific, and she doubted it in the beginning. She highly doubted that a session and the intentions of that session can carry through time, space and time.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so, she started learning through doing remote tunings. And someone asked her, if you're in Vermont and I'm in California, does it still work? And she's honest. She says, I first said, no, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
And she had a kind of a partner in crime that wanted to help her out. And he was in California. And he said, let's put this to the test.
Yeah.
And he did not tell her anything. And she did a tuning session, tuning into him
Right.
and his biofield through space and time. And she was spot on. She recorded it and she recorded the session and she said everything she was encountering and everything she was feeling and hearing. And then she sent that recording to him. And he said, you were 100% accurate. That's
Wow.
exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So over time, she has continued to prove that those pre-recorded sessions or group sessions recorded with the intention of helping anyone who has that problem.
They carry the energy.
They carry the energy
the
with
frequency,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they go on.
again, you said this is scientific, and it absolutely is.
It's Einstein's spooky action at a distance.
Spooky action at a distance.
That's
That's
it.
exactly
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
And if you want to know more about this, just read a little quantum physics. A
In
little
your
light
spare
reading
time.
in your spare time. Stacie Slabaugh with Restore Healing, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. I invite you to go to restorehealing.co. We're talking about something brand new today. It's called Hypnotic Tuning. We'll come back, tell you exactly what it is and how you can get it, how you can access it. That's all today here on Strategies for Living with Stacie Slabaugh. Be right back.
We all have problems every day. We all need help along the way. We need strategies, strategies, strategies for living radio.
I just happen to know where you can get some.
You know?
Yeah,
Where?
right here. Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillian, David McMillian, Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from Restore Healing. Now, something brand new that Restore Healing is bringing to Shreveport. We're talking about it today. It's called Hypnotic Tuning. Restore Healing is 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. You know exactly where that is, right next door to Strawn's. It back in the day, it was for a long time Centenary Hardware.
Yep.
And then when Centenary Hardware closed for many, many years, the location was
Shreveport Music.
Shreveport Music.
Right.
It was tuning.
It was tuning.
was
It absolutely was.
Fixing it.
And so you can find out more about it as you're hearing us, restorehealing.co. Now, this brand new hypnotic tuning, this is so interesting because what you're doing is you're combining the power of the mind and the nervous system, right?
Right. And so that's where restore came from. The restore in restore healing is basically off that word.
Okay.
And that is our entire aim is your nervous system and to bring the nervous system back to its natural state of healing. Its
When you
natural
do that,
ability to heal.
when you do that, then everything kind of cascades out
everything
from there,
cascades
doesn't
out and everything begins to fall in line. So our number one goal is your nervous system.
it? Okay.
So, we left off talking about biofield tuning and that method and modality and audio was already there and
Right.
spooky action at a distance that you can record a session and it carries the power with it. Get into a little quantum physics there. And so what I've done is add hypnosis to that.
Yeah.
And so now we're calming the nervous system. We're bringing it to its natural state of healing. We're bringing you into that theta brainwave state. And then we're talking to your mind without the conscious mind getting in the way.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I'm thinking you're layering the hypnosis on top. So you're opening to this healing modality and then allowing the healing modality to do its thing, perhaps even at a deeper level then since we're open.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That openness is everything. And that openness is a part of healing. It's a part of all we do, and it's a part of the work you guys do. So that openness is very much a part. But David, as you very well know, hypnosis that's kind of what it's about.
Absolutely,
It's just
yeah.
reaching that open mind.
Yep.
And very often our conscious mind is not so open.
Yeah. Yeah. We know, all of us, our body and mind at a certain level know the answer for us.
Yes.
But we've got so much that's blocking.
Blocking it, yeah.
Right. And so what hypnosis is basically doing is inviting that block to step aside so that you can access this healing within you,
Right.
this state within you.
And biofield tuning is actually doing the exact same thing, just in a different way, on a different level.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the hypnotic tuning, these are downloadable MP3s.
They will be downloadable MP3s, and there's a few that's already on the website.
Okay.
So if you go to that restorehealing.co.co and just hit store.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the only
it will
thing
take you
you've got to do is you've got to get in a quiet space.
Yes.
You can use headphones or whatever you're
Headphones are
going to
most
do.
advisable. It is
Yep.
going to sound better, and it's going to, it's kind of like, it's just getting right into the center of your brain there. No distractions. You have the headphones on. It's a little quieter. There's the dog barking isn't going to distract you quite as much.
Right.
And then both the tuning forks and my voice are getting right in there, like it's coming from your brain. So it is a little more powerful that way.
Yeah. And you get a comfortable chair or your favorite couch to lie down,
your
and
favorite couch. That's really good.
no pressure, and you don't have to worry about performance or anything like that.
Right.
It just it does its thing.
And, on that note, I will say that I do have, so you said bringing it to Shreveport, and I'd, like to expand this beyond Shreveport.
Yeah.
But on that note, I know that I have a lot of people that are just a little nervous at first about coming in and telling me their problems or their
Right.
story, admitting
Right.
that can be a little hard to do, and that's just human nature.
Sure.
That's not against anybody. That's human nature, and our ego comes and tries to block that.
Yep.
And we, our ego will tell us, if you go in and tell this person this thing, they're going to think you're this, that, or the
They're gonna
other,
think less of you somehow,
which
yeah.
is absolutely not the case.
Right.
But I do understand that sometimes you have to get over that barrier. That's
Yeah.
hard. So this is just an element that will help you. You don't have to come in and tell me anything. You don't have to admit anything just yet. You don't have to bring anybody else into the picture. It will help you to start achieving that healing state and start doing some of this work. And I keep using the word start because I do
Right.
eventually want you to get to that place of being able to
Yeah.
come in and speak to me
Sure.
or someone, anybody.
Right. Well, because the
because-
beauty of coming in is you get that personal, you tune into the biofield and can really individualize what needs to be worked on
For that person.
For that person.
And I'm a huge fan of self-work and self-healing.
Sure.
And a lot of it is, as you alluded to in the beginning, Lauren, a lot of it is self-healing. I mean, we do heal ourselves, but it is quite beneficial, as the three of us well know, no matter how experienced you are in any of these modalities, to have someone else help you.
Well,
Absolutely.
yeah, I kind of think that's what Jesus might have been referring to when he said, when two or more of you are gathered.
Yep.
It's about we
I think
heal.
that's exactly it.
We heal in relationship.
In relationship.
Because
in
it
relation
reminds
to another.
us how connected and how united we are as beings.
Right.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's just as simple as we can't see the forest for the trees in our own mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we need a mirror.
we need a mirror. We need just that outside person saying, well, this is what I see. And, and it helps so much. And so I'm all for self-healing. I do want, people that are having a little trouble, they're not sure about coming in to see me or anyone else at the moment, to be able to experience this, to start to experience it on their own.
So
but
the hypnotic
eventually
tuning is a perfect
is
way.
a perfect, we'll call it a gateway. It's a
Yeah.
perfect gateway. It's
Yeah.
a perfect door to start experiencing that on your own, to do it in the privacy of your own home, to not have to tell anybody else, and to begin to open that mind and say, oh, okay, now maybe
Well,
I do want to
it's-
take that next step.
It's a
and go
nice
see.
way to dip your toes in the water,
Yes.
so to
Yeah.
speak,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And to begin to literally immerse yourself in, well, what is this experience like? What is it going to be like? Because to people who have never experienced biofield tuning, I mean, what does that even mean?
And people are very nervous about it when
Yeah,
they first come
sure.
in. They've
Yeah.
never experienced anything
Sure.
like it. And you quickly realize there's absolutely nothing to be nervous about. It is
Yeah.
a wonderful, everybody is like, I don't think I've ever been so relaxed in my life.
Yeah.
But if
And there's
you
a
don't
reason,
know, then
and
you
there's a
don't know.
reason for that, and that's because you're directly impacting the nervous system. Our nervous system is actually everything communicates electrically. Right.
Yes.
And so, your heart gives out the electrical signals. Your brain gives out the electrical signals.
Your thoughts are electric.
There you go. And so biofield tuning works with that communication
Yes.
in a different way. And again, we've never said, I know you've never said, hey, do this instead of going to the doctor.
No, absolutely not.
No,
Right.
we all go to doctors. But this is a wonderful addition.
So I'm all about communication. What we do at Restore Healing is all about better communication in the body. And we communicate in our mind. We communicate with ourselves by the things we say and the thoughts we think every day.
Yep.
We communicate electrically. That's what most people don't realize is that, our nervous system communicates electrically, like you just stated, David. Our heart, our nervous system, our brain, all has electrical signals and electrical impulses.
Yeah.
That is the heart of what biofield tuning gets at.
Quite literally.
So we are combining. What I want to do is make your body, and other modalities I do, if you take supplements, if we talk about nutrition and diet and things, that's chemical communication. That's telling your body to communicate differently with chemicals. What hypnotic tuning is doing is it is helping your mind communicate better, your thoughts communicate better, along with the biofield tuning is helping your nervous system and those electrical systems communicate better.
Yeah. And you're never out of it. I mean, just like I said a few minutes ago, I driving, where did Marshall go? Where did Wascom go? I was in Shreveport. Now I'm in Longview. Well, I was still driving. I was still safe, but my mind, part of my mind just moved over.
And, I'm in a business group, and we actually had that conversation just a few weeks ago, and I kind of laughed because I was doing this, and nobody knew I was preparing these, and nobody knew. But somebody brought up that conversation, that exact conversation of how often we get home, and suddenly we pull up in the driveway and go,
how did I get here?
What? Like, I just realized that I haven't even thought about a thing I was doing the entire drive home, the entire way here. And because you were in a theta state, you were in a hypnotic state.
It's
and
interesting.
That's all it is.
It's interesting because life is one part of us fighting another part of us. And so much of it. So much of what we are, quote unquote, experiencing as symptoms and pain, so many times it's just out of alignment. Well,
and it's out of flow, right?
Yeah.
I mean, could, another way to describe the hypnotic state is flow.
It's flow.
It's the flow state, right?
Yes.
And it's the same idea of if you ever get lost in a project that you are enjoying and you suddenly 3-5 hours goes by, that's a hypnotic state.
I mean, time has literally flown by and you're like, what? It's 5 o'clock already?
Right. Yeah.
You were in a hypnotic state, in a flow state.
And if all of us can engage more in that state, what a creative, plentiful world we could live in.
Right. And, with the hypnosis, David, I know you know this, but so I've been listening to a hypnosis session every night as I fall asleep.
Yep.
And it's very subtle, but if you know what to look for and know what you're doing, then you can realize. And so that's all it's doing is just very subtly kind of planting those seeds, inviting, you use the word inviting your mind and your thoughts to begin to think a little differently, to see it a little differently, to shift, to make that subtle shift.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to wake up the next morning and be a totally different person.
No.
You know. But if you listen to it, and these are going to be safe to listen to every night for a week, a month, or whatever, however often you want to listen to. And so if you listen to it, I've been listening to mine basically every night for a month.
Yep.
And I'm feeling that subtle shift.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to these when you're operating heavy
Absolutely
machinery, when you're driving, when you're doing something that you need
your focus.
That focus.
So we're not going to give you an example right now because you might be driving on your way
There
home.
you go. There you go. We're talking to Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from Restore Healing. Check her out at restorehealing.co. Talking today about a brand new modality, hypnotic tuning. Talking about it today here on Strategies for Living. We've got more. Stay with us.
We all have have problems every day. We all need help along the way. We need strategies, strategies, strategies for living radio.
And welcome back in. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillian, David McMillian, Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from Restore Healing, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. Check them out at restorehealing.co. Now, one of the things you got to love about Stacie, and there's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the things that I love about Stacie is she's been known to say, I don't believe people are broken.
No, I do not believe people are broken.
They just basically, they're patterned.
Yeah, we have patterns. We have stories that we tell ourselves. So, starting in childhood. So I mentioned at the beginning that we live the first 7 years of our life in that theta state.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that is absolutely
very programmable.
Very programmable.
Yep.
Right. We're absolutely, that's how we learn. That's how we grow. But we are absolutely programmable for those first, approximately 7 years, give or take. But because of that, as things happen in our lives and we experience traumas, disappointments, things, our nervous system writes a story.
Yeah.
It becomes patterned in those moments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so when something happens, when we get a whooping, when we're 7 years old, because we did something we shouldn't have, not that we may not deserve a whipping, but we don't like it. And our nervous system immediately develops a pattern and writes a story for how it's going to deal with that from this point forward. And it's a protection mechanism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we grow up and we never question those patterns.
Mm-hmm.
It's written, and it is like it is written in stone.
But it's not.
It's not.
Yep.
It absolutely isn't.
It's
And that's
written in
part of all
neurons.
this is because we want to rewrite those stories.
Yeah.
But the problem is we grow up, so we develop stories and we develop patterns, and then we get into our 20s and our 30s, and we've never questioned those patterns.
And many of us never question them throughout. We'll live an entire life and never question them.
Right.
We're actually living somebody else's beliefs.
Yes.
Without ever.
We're very often living our family's belief systems, our family's stories.
It's a generational thing.
Without questioning them.
Yeah.
This is why, and I have to be careful about the timing and when I share this with clients, but this is why I will often share with them at some point that our traumas are actually our greatest gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the pattern is so destructive and so pronounced in our life and it causes such issues that we have to pay attention to it,
right?
It returns us to our seat of power, where we can say, wow, if I can change this belief, if this pattern can be shifted, what else and how much more can I shift in my life? And suddenly I'm the creator.
Right.
I can become the author.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
That's
is becoming I say we are co-creators with God.
Absolutely.
No
we
question
are
about
co-creators with God. We are given that absolute power to create and to change our lives.
But in order to create, we've got to enter the state of creation, which is
we have to
theta.
enter that state of awareness.
Yes.
Too, right.
Yes.
To your point, what you just said is that trauma. So we have these patterns, we have these stories, we never question them. We go through life just reacting, acting blindly and reacting. We don't know why.
Right.
But the minute it kind of crashes our life in one way or another, then we seek help. We seek therapy, hopefully, and it comes into awareness.
Right.
And that's the first power. That's the first step, the first state. When it comes into awareness and you see it, now you have power.
Now you can do something.
Now you can do something about it.
You can't change what you don't acknowledge.
Right. And once we're aware, one of the tools that we can go in and rewrite those programming is this hypnosis and or biofield tuning combined.
Hypnotuning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, people can go to restorehealing.co. There's already some sessions
There's
up.
a few of them up. I will be getting a few more up tomorrow.
But you're working on future sessions for things like stress relief.
So stress relief is up there.
Oh, it's up
What
there
about
already.
sleep? Would be
Stress relief, sleep is going up.
Okay.
Yeah,
That would be a common one, I would think.
Yeah, sleep will be up very soon.
Here's a biggie: setting boundaries.
That one's up there.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're pretty well stocked.
It's already
then,
up there.
Stacie.
And inner peace is up there, and that one is now that's a short session. So we'll be putting a few short sessions up
Right.
for free,
Yep.
so that you can download them and just get a little taste of what it is
Yeah.
you're purchasing
Did you hear that, folks?
For free.
for free.
Free.
They say nothing in life is for free, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you started for free.
You want people to experience, and all of it's not free, but
No,
there are
right.
sessions that are free that you can try. And I know that when Lauren knows because we've experienced it. When people give it a try, you'll want more.
You'll want more.
And you'll do more because your nervous system and your mind are coming there out of the same place now.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They're
And
working together,
They're working together.
communicating better.
And when you get the system working together, it's almost quote unquote miraculous what can happen for people.
Well, when we come out of that sympathetic nervous state, right?
Yeah.
So many of us today live in the fight, flight, or freeze.
We're
So
running from saber-toothed tigers that aren't there.
We are running from big bad bears. Well, sadly, today our system was made to respond to bears, and now everything is a bear.
Yeah.
The email is the bear. Your boss is the bear. Your spouse is maybe the bear. I hope not, but it does happen
On occasion.
on occasion. But we're constantly running from the bear, and
Yeah.
we never come out of that state. And that's what I'm inviting you to do.
Yeah.
That's what listening to one of these simple recordings in the quiet and privacy of your home or your office or wherever you, just not in your car, wherever you want to listen to it at, not in your car or not on your forklift,
Right.
wherever you want to listen to this at in your comfortable setting. I'm inviting you to come out of that state of stress, out of that sympathetic nervous system and back into that parasympathetic state where your body and mind can heal themselves or begin to heal themselves.
Absolutely.
It's got all it needs. It just needs to enter the state.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is a way for people to experience who have never experienced getting into that state. It's a way for people to experience
Yes.
it, maybe for the first time in a long time. Yeah,
Since you were 7.
yeah. There you
At
go.
least, right?
There you go. And so it's so easy to do. Go to restorehealing.co
And hit store.
and hit restorehealing.co.
And go ahead and get a
Yeah.
couple free sessions.
Yeah. And
See
and
what-
Get a
what you
couple
think.
free sessions
Yeah.
and listen to those. So the free sessions are 15 minutes, and they don't go quite as deep.
Yep.
The the purchased sessions are about 50 minutes, maybe an hour, and they go much, much deeper.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes total sense. And I will invite you to find out all of the other things that Restore Healing can offer you.
Yes.
Certainly, try the hypnotic tuning. That's a great intro,
But it's a whole
and the
other
price is right.
experience to come in.
Yeah,
To come into
It is.
the building.
you
and to
walk
experience.
into 115 Kings Highway, and I'll never forget when Lauren and I first walked in. You feel it the minute you walk in.
And I not to sound egotistical, because I don't give all the credit to myself. I think the walls are just imbued. But I don't think there has ever been a person that hasn't walked through the doors, and as soon as they take a few steps in and go, "Oh wow,
Wow.
it feels so
Yeah.
good in here."
That's
Everybody
it.
does.
You're
Yeah.
cultivating the energy
Yeah.
for sure.
You will say, "Oh wow!" too. Visit Restore Healing, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. Go to restorehealing.co. You can book your first session there. You can find the hypnotic tuning that we've been talking about today. Get the free sessions and try it. Stacie Slabaugh here on Strategies. We'll be back. And welcome back in. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillian over there taking notes.
When Stacie comes.
Yeah, well, it's important. David McMillian and Dr. Stacie Slabaugh from Restore Healing, 115 Kings Highway in Shreveport. It's right next to Strawn's. Restorehealing.co. Go and you'll get a very good idea of, it's not the same, but you'll get an idea.
Get an idea.
Of the place. We've covered a lot of territory today, especially about the new thing, hypnotic tuning. What do you want people to take away from today's conversation, Stacie?
Well, I'd say that lasting change happens when the mind, body, and nervous system work together. rather than fighting each other. And so that's what I'm inviting for you to feel into, for you to experience, beginning with the hypnotic tuning that you can download in the privacy of your own home. And just experience that, bringing the body, mind, and nervous system together, working in harmony in a peaceful healing state.
Absolutely. And to try this out, the price is right.
Yes.
There are some free sessions that you can access at restorehealing.co. They're shorter sessions, but once you do, you'll get the idea of, wow, how powerful this modality is. Stacie, thank you so much, as always, for coming and being a great life strategist. But more important than that, thank you for bringing Restore Healing to our community. What a blessing.
Thank
and
you.
what a gift. And folks, thank you. Thank you for being with us today here on Strategies for Living. We appreciate you, and we appreciate our sponsors: Restore Healing, the Robinson Film Center, Azalea Cleaners, Pintail Roofing, Fertitta's Delicatessen, home of the Muffy, SRT Sales Training, Uprising Addiction Center, and Mira Direct Primary Care. If today were the last day of your life, you only had one more phone call that you could make, who would you call? And what would you say? And why are you waiting? Make the call for Dr. Stacie Slabaugh and for Lauren Leon McMillian. I'm David McMillian. See you next time right here on Strategies for Living.